Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Right, so this is Devlog 46 or 87, something like that. It's high, and they're not really devlogs. I keep saying they're not really devlogs, but they kind of are. They kind of are. I'm logging my devs, I suppose. I'm working on this little game. I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna tell you what I've done. No, actually, I'll tell you what I've done first, right? Right, so what I've done in this game, I've added a little feature where if the enemies mount up, the chemist and the pizza shop and the sweet shop, where you get your energies from, they will become corrupted and you won't be able to use them, so you can't have the enemies mount up. That feature took me a while to actually code. Not because it was hard to work out, it just was a long process to do. But I'll just play the game and just show you where I'm at with it. So you got like this little corruption meter at the bottom right. And you just kill the little uputes. See the corruption meters going up as they're spawning. You can collect that pizza from there. I'm gonna let him mount up just to so I can show you what happens. So you collect your energy. Right, it will say watch. Piss off. I can't kill him because I need the spawn to go up.
Pizza corrupted.
So pizza corrupted. Now I can't jump on that thing, else I'll lose some energy. See, you can't get your collector now. And then the orange one's corrupted. The purple one will get corrupted.
Pizza corrupted.
And that's so it's sort of like a sort of race against time kind of game. If the pizza shop gets corrupted, when an energy spawns on it, the actual pizza that you collect will be corrupted as well. So that's another thing that I added. So like, see how that art in the top right hand corner, top left hand corner, the orange heart, that's the pizza heart. Missed it.
Pizza corrupted.
Right, so I can go and get the purple heart, purple sweet, get energy. Right, but if that pizza shop was corrupted when that orange heart spawned, then that orange heart would be black on the screen. I've screwed this up. Boo! Right, okay, so yeah, there's a lot in this game. What I wanted to make it so there was a lot you had to think about, and there was a lot of decisions you had to make. So that's why I've done that. But really, to be honest, this devlog isn't about this game. This devlog is about what I've been doing for the last, say, week or so, maybe week and a half, maybe. This game was finished, and then I just thought, actually, let me add more work to this. So I increased the workload on this game just for shizens and geisens, I suppose. Shits and giggles, I suppose, yeah. So I added the workload and just give myself extra work for no reason at all. Well, actually, for reason to make the game more fun, and it is a bit more challenging and a bit more to do. So that's that, right? So, but not this game. What I've been doing for the last week is working on what I actually really want to do with game development. And I know this is kind of like everybody's dream with game development, to make their like dream game, AAA, multi-billion-dollar selling game. That is my dream, obviously, but it's like I am realistic about it. I know I'm not I'm not fully educated in this type of stuff. I'm like self-educated, and I know it's going to be super challenging. and it is really challenging because what I really want to do is I want to make a first person shooter, and I want to make it like Call of Duty, not like exactly like it, but I want to make a multiplayer first person shooter that's really competitive and has got all special moves. So I kind of want to make a sort of an Apex mixed with Call of Duty type, so sort of like a sci-fi Call of Duty sort of thing, but not like with rocket boosts and that. It's all going to be grounded type stuff like Call of Duty, but I want it to have like the sci-fi aesthetic type thing. But it's not easy making a first person shooter, man. It's really not. I've started to design the character, and that is also very difficult. I'm having problems with the topology. I'm having problems with making the hands and the feet and just the shape of the body. It's really difficult as well trying to make something complicated but looks simple. So I want it to look low poly, squarey type low poly stuff, but it's really hard to get that to look good, and it's just a skill in itself, and I'm failing miserably at that. So this is like the first character that I'm kind of working on for my FPS. I'm also trying to learn about gun animations and making skeletal meshes for weapons and stuff like that. But yeah, this challenge of making an FPS is exactly what it says on the tin, a massive fuck off challenge. But yeah, it is a big challenge. So I don't know if this, like I say this every video as well, I don't know if any of this video makes sense, but this is just me venting in a way. So I do apologize if they're not exactly devlogs. I am trying to show what I'm doing. I will make tutorials eventually. But this is another thing I wanted to say actually. When it comes down to game development and kind of anything in general, especially software based, it comes down to knowing what you're committed to. And what I mean is, if I give you an example, if I make a character in Blender, yeah, I don't have to worry about the materials at all because I know I'm not committed to the materials I make in Blender. I can import a character into Unreal and I can put any material on it I want. So when I'm making the character in Blender, I'm not concentrating on the materials because I know at a later date I can refine that and tune that up. But because I don't have loads of experience with game development, I don't know what things I'm making that is a commitment. So say for example, I make an animation or I make a blend space. Like with blend spaces and animations, I am getting a bit more comfortable with them. But there's certain things that, like, if I change this, will I never be able to change it again? Is this going to be how it is? And so I think it does come down to experience, really. Like with most things, you can know all you want, but having the experience of the process is massive, and that's just something I don't have at the moment. I don't have the experience of the process of completing a game. Well, I have completed a game and packaged it and uploaded it. So I have it on a very small scale. I have completed this game that I'm showing you now, this duck one. I haven't packaged it yet, but I have completed the whole game. So I have some experience, but when it comes to multiplayer and FPS, just zero experience. So I guess what I'm kind of saying is what you're going to see in these next few devlogs, or even just going forward with this channel, is kind of like a back to basics, kind of strip back down, trying to learn very basic things. Again, I might even just do some really basic FPS tutorials and stuff like that. If anyone in the comments knows, if you're making a FPS for multiplayer, if you're making a multiplayer FPS, does the character mesh have to be the full-bodied character that you want other players to see, or is just the arms enough for a multiplayer? Can you sort of put like basically in a multiplayer, if my first person character was just the arms, if that was multiplayer, does everybody else just see arms running around, or is there a way to make it so they see a full body? I guess, I suppose, if that question makes any sense to any, it doesn't even make sense to me, so I'll just leave it there. But yeah, I know what I mean, but that doesn't really mean much. But yeah, so basically just a whole mess of a devlog, and I'm kind of lost and help. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye.